History does not announce the arrival of legends. It whispers them into existence. In 1769, on a restless Mediterranean island called Corsica, a boy was born into a world that did not want him. He was not born a king, not born a hero, not even born French. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. From the very beginning, Napoleon was an outsider, mocked for his accent, scorned for his poverty, and underestimated for his size. No one looking at this thin, silent child could have imagined that one day Europe itself would kneel before him. But history is not shaped by those who are accepted. It is shaped by those who are rejected. As a boy, Napoleon spoke French poorly. At school, he was ridiculed by classmates who called him a savage Corsican. He had no friends, no allies, only books and anger. While other boys laughed and played, Napoleon read obsessively. Ancient generals, Roman emperors, men who bent the world to their will. Alexander, Caesar, Hannibal. Napoleon did not admire them, he studied them. Even then, he believed one thing with absolute certainty. Greatness was not inherited, it was taken. At the age of 9, Napoleon was sent away from his family to a military academy in mainland France. He cried when he left Corsica, but he never cried again. Loneliness hardened him, discipline shaped him, ambition consumed him. By 16, Napoleon became a commissioned officer in the French army. By 20, France itself was collapsing. The French Revolution exploded like a wildfire, burning kings, laws, and centuries of tradition. Chaos ruled the streets. Power was for grabs, and Napoleon saw opportunity where others saw fear. In 1793, France was desperate. Foreign armies surrounded her. Rebels threatened her from within. At the port city of Toulon, royalist forces handed the city to the British. France was humiliated. Then came a young artillery officer with a sharp mind and ruthless clarity. Napoleon redesigned the battlefield. He positioned cannons with surgical precision. He crushed the enemy not with numbers, but with intelligence. Toulon fell. France was saved. Napoleon was only 24 years old. Overnight, he became a hero of the revolution. But revolutions devour their heroes. Soon, political winds shifted. Allies turned into enemies. Napoleon was arrested, unemployed, forgotten. Once again, the world turned its back on him. But destiny had not. In 1795, Paris erupted in chaos. Royalists marched to overthrow the revolutionary government. The leaders panicked. They needed someone ruthless, someone decisive. They needed Napoleon. When thousands of armed men marched toward the government, Napoleon did not hesitate. He ordered artillery loaded with grape shot. One command, one explosion, one massacre. The rebellion was obliterated in seconds. Later, historians would call it a whiff of grape shot. Paris was silent. The government survived, and Napoleon became its most dangerous weapon. Soon, he was given command of the Army of Italy, a starving, poorly equipped force no one cared about. But Napoleon did not complain. He inspired. Soldiers, he told them, you are naked and starving. I will lead you into the most fertile plains in the world. They followed him. Against impossible odds, Napoleon destroyed Austria's armies. Battle after battle, he moved faster, struck harder, and thought smarter than any general Europe had seen. He didn't fight wars like a gentleman, he fought wars like a storm. Within a year, Austria begged for peace. Napoleon returned to France as a legend. And legends are dangerous. The government feared him, the people worshipped him, so they sent him away to Egypt. Officially, it was a mission to weaken Britain. Unofficially, it was exile. But even in the deserts of Egypt, Napoleon sought immortality. He defeated armies beneath the pyramids. He stood where pharaohs once ruled. He dreamed not of France, but of empire. Then disaster struck. The British Navy destroyed his fleet. His army was stranded, his situation hopeless. Napoleon did the unthinkable. He abandoned his army. He returned to France in secret, and he found a nation broken, leaderless, desperate. The time had come. In 1799, without firing a single shot, Napoleon seized power. The revolution was over. A new era had begun, and Europe had no idea what was coming. Power reveals who a man truly is. Napoleon Bonaparte did not believe in limits, not political, not moral, not human. As first consul of France, he promised stability. What he delivered was transformation. He rebuilt France from the ashes of revolution. New laws, new institutions, a new order. The Napoleonic Code gave equality before the law, but obedience to the state. Freedom existed as long as it served him. Napoleon was not a tyrant by accident. He was one by design. In 1804, he made his boldest move. Inside Notre Dame Cathedral, surrounded by kings and clergy, Napoleon prepared to be crowned emperor. But when the Pope moved to place the crown on his head, Napoleon stopped him. He took the crown and placed it on his own head. In that moment, the revolution officially died. France had an emperor again, and Europe trembled. Coalition after coalition rose to destroy him. Austria, Prussia, Russia, Britain. Napoleon destroyed them all. At Austerlitz, he shattered two empires in a single day. At Jena, Prussia collapsed in hours. At Wagram, Austria bled into submission. His army marched from Lisbon to Warsaw, from Rome to Berlin. Kings became puppets, borders were erased. Napoleon was no longer just a man, he was a force of nature. But even storms overreach. In 1812, Napoleon made the decision that would haunt history. He invaded Russia. Over 600,000 men crossed into the frozen vastness. The Russians retreated, burning everything behind them. No food, no shelter, no mercy. Winter arrived. Cold killed more soldiers than bullets ever could. Hunger shattered morale. Disease finished the rest. Only a fraction returned. Napoleon had been defeated not by an army, but by reality. Europe rose again. Defeat did not destroy Napoleon, it transformed him. In 1814, surrounded and betrayed, Napoleon abdicated the throne. He was sent into exile on the tiny island of Elba. Most men would have vanished into history. Napoleon escaped. In 1815, he returned to France. Soldiers sent to arrest him joined him instead. Without firing a single shot, Napoleon reclaimed his throne. The 100 Days had begun. Europe responded with fury. At Waterloo, fate waited. Rain, mud, delays, mistakes. For the first time, Napoleon was outmatched. The battle was lost. This time, there would be no escape. Napoleon was exiled to St. Helena, a rock in the middle of the ocean. There, he slowly faded away. But legends do not die. On May 5, 2018, Napoleon Bonaparte died. Yet his shadow still stretches across history. He proved one truth beyond doubt. A single man with will, intelligence, and relentless ambition can reshape the world. Napoleon was not a hero. He was not a villain. He was something far more terrifying. He was possible.